Hello, my name is Daniel Ramalho, and today I'm going to talk about the problem-solving process improvement model. In other words, the PDCA cycle, the plan, do, check, and act. Let's go. So, P, plan, do, check, and act. Some of you may be already familiar with this. However, you may not know all the activities that goes in each of these buckets, in each of these parts of the Deming cycle, the plan, do, check, and act. So let me start about exploring the activities, tasks that you will need to do in each step of the Deming cycle. So within plan, we're going to have 4 key activities. In do, 1 key activity. Check, also 1 key activity, and act, another key activity. I'm going to try to simplify this so that you are able to better understand when you do your plan, do, check, and act. Before I do that, let me tell you that there are many standards models for making improvements. All of them attempt to provide a repeatable set of steps that you can learn and follow. Yeah? The improvement storyboard is only one. Okay? It's only one of many models that include typical steps using typical tools. Okay? So the plan, do, check, and act, you can follow this model or any other model that creates a common language for continuous improvement. So you can follow this one that I'm going to show you now, or any other that you feel more comfortable with. So let's go for the plan. Within the plan, I said you're going to have 4 activities. What are these 4 activities? Well, the first activity is the selection of the problem. Okay? So what do you do here? Explain me, Daniel. What do you do here? Here, the first thing to do within plan is you're going to select the problem or process that will be addressed first, and then describe the improvement opportunity. So you create your selection, you select the problem, and then you're gonna describe the opportunity. Okay? Once you've done that, okay, once you have selected the problem or process that will be addressed first, and also you have described the improvement opportunity, then you will describe the current process that surround that improvement opportunity. So the process linked to that opportunity. Okay? Once you describe the current process surrounding the improvement opportunity, what will you do? You will, third step, you're gonna do what? Describe all the possible causes of the problem. So you're gonna describe possible what? Root causes. It can be one or more. Okay? Possible root causes. And in the last step of the plan, you will do what? Easy. You're going to develop the plan, your action plan. Oh, is that easy? No, because within the action plan, you will still need to put what? Targets, metrics, for what? For improvement, okay? For improvement. Sorry for the writing, it's really bad. So within the plan, just to recap, first point, you're going to select the problem process that you'll be addressing first and describe the improvement opportunity. In the second step, you describe the current process surrounding the improvement opportunity. On the third step, you will describe all of the possible causes of the problem and agree on the root causes. And then, once you've done that, you're going to develop an effective and workable solution, an action plan, including what? Including targets and metrics for improvement. So this is plan, okay? Now let's go do. In do, you just have one action. What is the action? Implementation. You're going to implement, okay? What? Implement the solution. You're going to implement the solution or the process change that you agreed on the first step. So what about check? What do you do in check? Check what? In check, it's easy. Again, you're going to review. You're going to do what? Evaluate. Review and evaluate what? The result. Result of what? Of the change or the solution. The result of your solution. Okay? So this is what you're going to do in check. What about act? Which is the last step. And some people may get confused here because they think that in act, it's when you're gonna review and evaluate the result of the change. That's wrong. Within act, remember, act means what? You're gonna do lessons, learnings. Okay? So here I'm gonna reflect and act on the learnings. Okay? So depending on your formal process structure, yeah, step one, which is, I'm gonna coming back to it now, which is the plan, okay, of selecting the problem or process that to be addressed and then describe the improvement opportunity. In this first task in here, remember what you have to look for. You have to look for changes in important business indicators. You need to review the customer data. You need to narrow down your project focus. You need to develop project purpose statements. Okay? So these things that I'm telling you here now will help you to start with your Deming cycle. And how do you do that? Well, it's easy. There are so typical and many tools outside in the market and free ones. As an example, you can use brainstorming. You can use check sheet. You can use control charts. You can use histograms. You can use prioritization matrices. You can use process capabilities, run chart, Pareto chart, so on and so forth. So this is how you will start your plan, do, check and act, the Deming cycle. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon.